If we talk about recent big news that has sparked decisions in the domestic and international esports scene, the announcement of the new format for VALORANT 2024 tournament might be one. Compared to the last year, this year's announcement didn't change the main structure of the competition, but some details have changed. This includes reducing the number of participating teams, a break in the second half of the year, and a single animation setup for the qualifying and the knockout stages, which has caught the attention of players and industry experts. Everyone is carefully analyzing the potential consequences of this tournament structure. At first glance, the new format's adjustment to the competition intervals seems logical, as the break in the later part of the year can reduce the fatigue players feel from continuous competition in the first half. Riot Games has said that, considering the global nature of the event and its 44 partner teams, fans will still have plenty of matches to watch. However, this has not eased the concerns of the players. Changes in the numbers of teams participating in the Masters and the total number of tournaments throughout the year have sparked worries about reduced competitive opportunities. With careful consideration, one can see that this approach has many potential risks. In terms of participation, shortening the regular season cycle could threaten the fairness of the competition. Precious playoff spots will be decided based on the limited preliminary result, not through intensive matches that truly test a team's strength. The connection between the composition of the competition and audience engagement is becoming more evident. A limited number of matches will inevitably weaken fans' interest in the competition. When championship spots are decided by short round-robin group stages rather than a series of intense matches, the excitement and significance of the competition are likely to be affected. The audience's expectations for ideal thrilling encounters may also decrease. The charm of esports lies in the frequent appearances of unique teams on the stage, creating a sense of epic storytelling that fans love to talk about. Esports games need to provide enough opportunities so that talented players hitting the ground are not overlooked. Therefore, a balanced reform of the competition format is the key to continuous increase in the audience, not stagnation or decline. In terms of audience numbers, trend analysis shows that as the game moves towards more specialized league model, audience interest has remained stable. At the same time, the increasing price pool and the plans to enter the Chinese market with the new league in 2024 are steadily increasing the game's global influence. However, there has been a noticeable decline in viewership hours and peak audience numbers compared to 2022. The concept of national teams had led to regionalism in esports, causing audiences to be more enthusiastic about watching local teams. This effect is particularly evident in South Africa. The VALORANT 2023 Champions event had the highest viewership of the year, but the peak viewership was lower than early season tournament in São Paulo. The elimination of Brazilian team Loud in semi-finals was a major factor in this phenomenon. The fluctuation in viewership numbers due to a progress of a single regional team highlights the serious dependence on regional fan bases. As VALORANT introduces more localized league structures, the risk it faces is highly fragmented audience. Fragmentation means relying on one or two popular teams in each region to go further in the playoffs to attract viewers. Whether enough opportunities can be provided to create an exciting match experience and sufficiently stimulate global audiences' viewing motivations are concerns reflecting skepticism about current strategy effectiveness. Riot Games not only need to correct the irrationalities of the competition format, but also need to establish a unified global audience base for its events. In other words, organizers need to ensure that no matter which team advances further in the competition, they can continue to attract audience interest. However, recent statement by esports director Leah Favre indicate a reluctance to significantly increase the number of matches. He is satisfied with the current base numbers of matches and has no plans to increase them. This is clearly contrary to the demands of many fans and even players, who have always hoped for more regular matches so that teams can have ample opportunities to improve themselves. Riot Games indeed faces a daunting task of balancing the needs of various stakeholders, some of which are competing interests, the integrity of the competition, player welfare, audience numbers, and sponsor revenue. Sometimes these goals are contradictory, forcing decision makers to make tough choices. But dissatisfaction with the competition format cannot be dismissed with these reasons alone. Sticking to the status quo risks intensifying fans' sense of loss and raising public doubts about Riot Games' commitment to improving the quality of competitive ecosystem. This year, the follow-up changes in the VALORANT eSport department will be a lie detector test for whether Riot Games places a long-term development of VALORANT at its core. To be fair, the VCT 2024 format while not perfect, offers a starting point for the journey. If Riot is willing to accept constructive feedback, learn from lessons, and proactively prepare, they might create competitive Valorant esport platforms that satisfy the competitors and attract global audience. However, to truly tap into serious potential, a layered commitment to the entire ecosystem interest is required. The future remains uncertain, and that is also the most thrilling part. Everything is just beginning.